friends, and welcome back to the Live on Purpose course. We have made it through all of the steps relating to discovering your purpose, and now we're going to be moving into the realm of planning, which is getting your purpose into action and coming up with a plan, which is a really exciting and fun part of this discovery process. And we need to remember just right off the bat that, many are the plans in a man's heart, but the Lord's purposes prevail. And that, we should make plans, but we need God to direct us. And we need to have a very flexible outlook on our plans and know that, God expects us to plan. He expects us to make plans, but to hold them very lightly and just basically expect that He is going to change them, which is great because He is in control and He knows what's best for us. And so we need to have that mentality always. We always need to be thinking that way. But I just want to remind you as you plan to remember that we do not know all things as God does. And so just anticipate that, you're going to put your big rocks in your schedule. You're going to make a plan, but, and you should have one. You should have a plan, but God will ultimately decide what you do. And with that, we are going to be talking about designing a basic schedule. And a basic schedule is something that will really help you in just knowing what to anticipate for your week. I really recommend that you have 10 healthy habits in place in your schedule. These are more things that are really helpful for you to live a very healthy, balanced life. And the number one thing is to rise early and go to bed early. And that I think really helps in being able to have quiet and uninterrupted time with God and to think and to plan and before anybody else wakes up in the house. That's personally what I recommend. That's what I do. I go to bed early so I can wake up early, and I know I have to trade those, those late night hours when I'm tired for early morning hours, which I think is a really great trade. I know a lot of people, they stay up late because everyone's in bed and it's quiet, but I'm too tired to really be of any use and make that productive time. So I'd much rather use my morning hours to be productive. And so I wake up, I do my Bible study, I work out, I go to the gym, I come home, I take a shower, I wake up my kids, I make them breakfast. That's the drill around here. The second healthy habit would be having a quiet time with God, which we've talked about in the past as being, your life should be centered on God. And so the way to do that is to be spending time with Him. The third one is to daily plan. And in our 10th step, we're going to be covering planning and daily planning. So we'll talk about that more later. But you need to set aside time in your schedule for that. The fourth is exercise, which is super important because you are only you're only as healthy as you put time into being healthy. And so I highly recommend that you make that a priority. Housework needs to get done, so put it in your schedule. Somebody's got to do the laundry and keep everything running around your house. Meals, taking time to plan your meals and cook your meals, and you need time in your schedule. Have a dedicated dinner hour or dinner half hour when you're together as a family, and then also breakfast and lunch when you're going to do that. The seventh healthy habit is to set aside time to do office work and pay your bills and stick to your budget and just pay attention to that on a weekly basis at least. The eighth healthy habit is to plan fun into your life. So plan fun dates with your husband, plan fun dates with your kids, plan fun dates with your friends. Make sure that you put fun into your life. And the ninth healthy habit is rest. Now, I'm not saying you have to take a nap every day, but you could. And, just taking time to read, rest, to do stuff where you're not just running all the time. You need margin in your life. You need times that are just down times when you are just free for other things to come and happen if emergencies happen. You've got that downtime, and if emergencies don't happen, then you've got that time set aside where you can just read a book or listen to a podcast or garden or just do whatever is relaxing and restful to you. It doesn't have to necessarily be laying on your back, but doing whatever rejuvenates and rests you. And then finally, the 10th healthy habit that I highly recommend is to have a weekly planning time, a dedicated hour at least in your schedule. I do it on Sunday afternoons, but sometime in your week when you can think ahead and plan ahead so that the week runs way more smoothly. Things don't catch you off base. You've bought birthday presents for the birthday parties that are coming up in your schedule, and you have your meals planned for the week, and you know what errands you're going to run, and you know when your appointments are, and you've thought through all of those things. And we have, in the 10th step, we have a worksheet for you, a checklist that you can go through every week to work through what exactly you're going to cover in that weekly planning time. But set aside time in your basic schedule for all 10 of those things, for all the things that I just mentioned, and they're on the worksheet, so I won't repeat myself. But to design a basic schedule it's like you basically get to design your life. You get to take a whole week, and we have a schedule that is broken down by half-hour slots, so you can block out a section of like when you're going to be having your quiet time, and you can block it out across the same time every day if that works for you, and when you're going to exercise and when you're going to have lunch, and block out those times in your day so you know when you're busy. And then you can easily look at your basic schedule and see, oh, I'm usually free on Thursday afternoons, or I'm always busy on Friday nights, or you kind of will get used to this rhythm and understanding when you're free and when you're not. And you are purposefully putting those big rocks into your schedule, and you're purposefully putting those 10 healthy habits into your schedule. And so you can make sure that you do those things. And then the other sand, water, all the pebbles and things that happen in your life, they can fall where they may, but at least you're getting those big important things done. So enjoy this exercise and put together your basic weekly schedule.